This week on the Aviators, we're going behind the scenes of one of the largest air shows in North America. Almost anything can happen as we follow air boss Wayne Boggs, the one man responsible for the show's success or failure. Mike Wiskus shows us what it's like to be an air show performer for a day. His performance may be routine, but everything else is up in the air. And on top of that, weather threatens to cancel the whole thing. It's early morning on the second day of the 6-day air show at Sun 'n Fun.
No, you're going with me.
Air boss Wayne Boggs is on his way to one of a series of daily meetings that take place before the show even begins.
We had a couple incidents yesterday, one with the buildings over there by the...
In this case, it's a crash fire rescue meeting designed for the air show organizers to coordinate with first responders.
They can come over on that channel and they can talk to us, but they need to let us know what it is. But stress to them that Redbird...
Wayne may not be leading this meeting, but he's far from a silent participant.
They're jumping up, everything looks clear to them, and they're jumping up and down because the longer they wait, the more bills up out there and the more on the data they get with aircraft.
The air boss is essentially the ringmaster of a complex aerial three-ring circus. He has to oversee vastly different issues, from simply keeping the show on schedule to ensuring the safety of the performers and spectators. Wayne is ultimately responsible for the air show's success or failure, and is the one man who can decide whether or not the show will go on.
You're going to see some maneuvers with her on the top of the aircraft.
For the air show at Sun 'n Fun, the stakes are high. It's a major 5-day event that's part of the annual Sun 'n Fun fly-in. More than 200,000 spectators are expected throughout the week, and Wayne has to coordinate with more than 40 performers, including the high-profile Blue Angels Navy jet team. The first day of the show essentially went off without a hitch. While it certainly wasn't bright blue sky weather, and there were some showers, the performers were still able to do their thing and wow the crowd. But the outlook for the rest of the week doesn't look as clear.
Concerned about tomorrow is the day. We're looking at 50% chance of rain. It's gonna be okay today, pretty much cloudy. Problem is tomorrow, sometime after 8 in the morning, between that and 2 p.m. Cold front's coming through, bringing some weather through.
Weather has quickly become a potentially major hurdle for Wayne and his team. Not only is there a possibility for the entire air show to be canceled on day 3, but it's also delaying the arrival of Blue Angel number 7, the jet team's narrator, and an important liaison between the show's organizers and the military.
But today and tomorrow is sort of going to be skewed with this thing. Whenever the narrator does get here, as soon as he can get himself debriefed with his crew chief and get his airplane locked up and stuff, within 45 minutes he'll hold a narrator's brief. Now that could be any time today depending on when he arrives. So a representative or whoever just sort of needs to be on call for that. Now tomorrow, with the weather, the way the weather is supposed to be and everything the Blues are supposed to do tomorrow, that all could blend into Friday.
On the other side of Lakeland Linder Regional Airport, veteran airshow performer Mike Wiskus is pulling out the Lucas Oil Pitts Special for an interview with the local media. The Pitts is a very common aircraft among airshow performers, and Mike's is one of 8 Pitts scheduled to perform in today's show.
Yeah, I'm an Iowa farm boy, but it's not too far from Minnesota.
For Mike, the media is just another part of the airshow routine. He's been flying air shows for more than 6 years and will perform more than 60 times at over 20 air shows this year alone.
We do a lot of tumbling, a lot of end over end, a lot of high speed, some slow speed. We can even take the airplane and stop it and hover it. That's how much horsepower we have in this airplane.
While the Pitts is a relatively common aircraft, Mike is not a common performer, and his aircraft is not a common Pitts.
Oh, I love my plane. I'm so lucky to have this. I can't believe I got this airplane. I fell in love, it's called a Pitts Model 11, and I fell in love with this airplane, just its looks and its appearance. I love the biplanes. I mean, there's just nothing like a biplane in air shows. But the Model 11, there were only 3 made, and it's a very rare airplane. I never thought I'd ever be able to own one. When this one came out of the Afton factory in 1999, it was about a $250,000 airplane, way beyond my reach. It was built for a gentleman down in Texas. After about 100 hours that he flew the airplane, he had an accident with it. Lost the engine, flipped it upside down, and it tore the airplane up pretty good. Crunched the gear, bent the tail, airplane flipped over on its back, really busted up the left wings pretty good. I found it on eBay. Can't believe I found it on eBay. And I made bids on it, and I got the thing for $17,000 wrecked, but I got it. It took me 2.5 years to rebuild it. I sold my other aerobatic airplane to pay for the engine, and it's never been the same. Unbelievable. I can't believe I got this airplane.
Back on the other side, the crash fire rescue meeting has ended.
But the key thing is somebody being at the narrator's brief because of all the questions about the escorts.
Right. Well, I can tell you this. I've been advised that when that plane lands, we will have somebody there for security the minute it touches ground.
Okay,
and
good.
they will be there, and it's 24/7 from that
Good.
point on.
Thank
so
you.
We're good on
All
that.
right. Thanks, Tony, for everything. I appreciate it, buddy.
And the prospect of having to push the Blue Angels' arrival back a day is becoming a bigger issue.
We're going to have trouble tomorrow, big time, with the weather. It's going to rain like heck. And if the Blues can't do their thing tomorrow, they may want to do it Friday. Have you ever run into that yet? What they couldn't do Thursday, they asked to do Friday? I think I ran into that one time.
Well, they just, yeah, I have run into that one time. But if they do that Friday, that means we're going to shut down everybody else, basically. What they did one time for me, and actually it's happened twice, is that 7 and 8 went up with 1 through 4. And they did it all at 1 hour. And at Eau Claire, 7 and 8 only went up for like 15 minutes, and that gave me more time.
The issue for Wayne is that when the Blue Angels arrive, they take over the airspace surrounding the airport for a period of 3 hours or more.
The bad thing about it is NOTAM-wise, because we put the word out so much on Thursday that the whole damn day is pretty much shot, reference people trying to get in here on Thursday, and then if we end up shutting the airport down Friday, oh my God, especially people that are trapped out Thursday, trying to get in on the weekend. We're going to make a mess here.
When this is supposed to happen has been planned for weeks in advance, with temporary flight restrictions and NOTAMs issued accordingly.
The air show at Sun and Fun is actually a small part of Sun and Fun. Sun and Fun is a convention, so you've got a lot of people that fly into this, whereas in a normal air show environment, you don't have all these airplanes flying into that airport, so to speak. So anytime you have to shut this airport down for any extended period of time or any time that hasn't been published for a long time, you've got a lot of people that don't realize it's shut down and then that causes an aggravation factor. They've flown all the way from Illinois or Minnesota, and they're tired and they're hungry and they got to go to the restroom and stuff, and they get here and all of a sudden things have changed.
While concerns for the next few days' schedule weigh heavily, Wayne and his team have to turn their attention toward the schedule for today's performance.
George, read these off that are in the Tuesday column here.
While the performers are booked weeks or months in advance, the exact order and timing is not locked down until the day of the show.
John Black, 8 minutes.
Air Stars 13. Right on the top of that loop.
Black Daggers, Tom.
We'll give a signal to the other jumpers to turn 180 degrees.
Freddie Cabanas, 8 minutes. We got Randy Henderson, 8 minutes.
It keeps it there for as long as he can.
Okay, got it.
Iron Eagles, 12 minutes. Greg Kuntz, 8 minutes. David Martin, 8 minutes.
Sometimes 8 and 9 times the force of gravity. But watch him throw the tail around the nose, tumbling the aircraft.
Jason Newberg, 8 minutes.
Some significant speed on this one today.
Walt Pierce, 8 minutes.
Okay.
Jim Pikes.
And right at show center into a beautiful barrel roll.
8 minutes.
Skip.
8 minutes.
Just the way he started.
CMRV, 12 minutes.
Aircraft carrier Hornet.
Warbirds, 30 minutes.
On the left, right now.
You got Jackie Warda, 8 minutes.
Yeah, number 9.
Michael Wiskus.
And oil and over the top. Now rolling down 45-degree line.
That should be it. That's it.
Back at the performer's hangar, Mike Wiskus is performing some pre-show maintenance on his aircraft.
Just breaking this engine in, we just broke it in. It's got 20 hours on it. We were running mineral oil in it for the break-in, and I'm noticing no oil consumption, so I know that the temperatures are good, no oil consumption. We've got an engine that was successfully broke in, so that's good.
While military jet teams like the Blue Angels and the Thunderbirds have huge support staff, most airshow performers are on their own when it comes to maintaining their aircraft.
Beautiful.
Today, Michael is performing a relatively routine oil and filter change, but in the process, he discovers a snag that, if left unchecked, could cause disaster during his routine.
If you look here, we have a problem. And you see how this cable, spark plug cable, is pushing up against this? I have a fix for that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this spark plug wire off, bring it around the back side, and it'll hold that down and away. So I need a 7/8, and I'm going to change it out. And now look, when it's like that, I got to tighten it yet, but now look, there's a distance between there, and there's no rubbing on that cable. It holds it down. Just simple things like that. But that, if I was doing a performance and that wears through, I lose one of my mags on, or one of my cylinders on my number 6.
While the wear on the cable is small, given the speed and power of his performance, Mike can't afford to allow an issue like this to get worse.
Well, my routine is a lot of energy pushed up. A lot of my maneuvers I push up, I'll spiral up, or I'll tumble up. I try not to tumble down, because tumbling down, you tend to lose way too much altitude in such a short period of time. I am looking around all the time. We're always watching the ground, whether you're looking up or you're looking down. And at the same time, I'm pulling 7 to 10 G's positive. If I roll upside down and I'm pushing out, I got everything pushing out 7 to 10 G's. I don't think and feel about the G's much anymore. It's more, you're kind of used to it, and you've got your body trained to push hard in your stomach and your pelvic area and your back of your legs to prevent the blood from rushing from the upper part of your body down below. And then when you roll upside down, you're trying to prevent the blood from rushing and jamming into your head. So I'll tighten my neck, and I do it now a little more. It's more unconscious than anything. When you're tumbling end over end, you do lose control of this airplane. Flight controls, nothing's working until the recovery. So the whole basis, the whole idea on this whole thing is knowing how to recover quickly, to push it over, point it back down towards the ground, gain up enough smash or enough speed, and get into the next one, and I do the exact same thing.
With the snag taken care of, it's almost time for Mike to head over to the performers briefing.
Are you going to be in the FAA building?
In the meantime, Wayne is briefing the warbird performance for today's flight.
Heavy metal, you're here? Okay. All right.
Warbirds are vintage military aircraft, usually from World War II.
Oh, L&Os. How many? L&Os? O2, what? Navion and L7? Both of you? I want to put the Mohawk with the fighters. All right? Mohawk, you're with the fighters. Okay. That'd be 3 then. Corsair, Sky Raider, and the Mohawk.
The warbirds are the first act in today's show.
That's when I want to launch you. I want to start rolling this thing as soon as I get to the airport from the tower at 2:30. Okay? It's very, very important.
A variety of different aircraft will be taking part in the 30-minute warbird performance. Due to the complexity of having a large number of vintage aircraft in the air at once, the warbirds get their own briefing.
The recovery order is not set in stone. It's going to be sort of how I'm going to feel and where everybody's sitting, okay? Where a group happens to be sitting. I don't want to tell the T-28s to recover if they're 3 miles to the north and they haven't started their turn. Then I may say, hey, I'm going to recover the fighters in that. Everybody get your game face on. Let's stay focused on what we have to do out here. If it doesn't feel right, let's don't do it. There's no obligation. I got to fly, I got to fly, I got to fly. Sometimes it's time for all of us to just take a step back and assess our situation and assess what we're doing. I have a saying, people are amazed the damn things fly anyway. No one has to push the envelope, no one at all. No matter whether you're flying an L-bird or you're flying the AD Skyraider or you're flying the heavy metal jets. You do not need to push. We're here to have a great time, have a great show, enjoy each other's company, and be around for many, many years.
As the warbird briefing wraps, Mike and the other performers start to arrive for the performers briefing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We had an outstanding show yesterday. We greatly appreciate your cooperation. Sun and Fun thrives on people attending this thing and bringing their airplanes to it. And of course, I want you to know that we want to do everything humanly possible to make your event here and your stay here a very, very pleasant one. We are not mind readers. If there's something that isn't right or you feel that it's not right, please give us an opportunity to correct it.
The performers briefing is a crucial daily part of the air show. In a multi-day event like Sun and Fun, a lot of the information in the briefing is repeated day after day. But new performers come and go each day, and the briefing is where performers get updated weather information and, more importantly, find out about the day's performance schedule.
Ground.
So
Okay.
Randy's pushed back.
All right.
So Randy's pushed back.
Randy is pushed back.
Okay.
Yes. You are following the Iron Eagle.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And sometimes even the air boss receives new information during the briefings.
We were just advised by the Weather Service here that there's a tornado watch in effect from now until 8 p.m. local time. From, actually, I guess, 10 miles north of here. So that means it could encompass half of Polk County. So it's, at least we're in a safe building.
On top of that bombshell, as the meeting wraps, Mike and some of the other performers have a concern about a potential obstacle that's too close to the show line.
I can move it. It's got antennas on it.
Yeah, there's
No, they're talking about something.
No, we're talking about, he's talking about a sign.
Sign right here. There's a sign right there.
It comes down, he's only like a few feet off the ground with his knife edge. We need to move that sign.
Well, there's another deal too here, Brian. Right where Freddie Cabanas parks his pits,
right.
Just off to the side somewhere. I don't know if you saw it. You guys saw it though, right?
Yeah, we got to hop over it.
Yeah.
Well, I was moving around.
Hey, I talked to Skip, or not, Skip and Skippy here for just a minute ago. There's an antenna trailer that's just outside. A bunch of us had to miss it. Well, right over by Freddie Cabanas' airplane when he parks it.
An antenna
Yeah,
trailer?
I just want to give you that. They're going to
Where's
try
it
to.
at?
You know, it's about wherever Freddie was parking his pits. It's just out over in this area here, and the Iron Eagle guys had to hop over it too. Now I did mention it to Skippy, and
It's a trailer with antennas on it?
Absolutely.
I'll bet you that it's
10 feet
ATC. If it is, I'll go out there and look at that. And then,
It's the Gator, and the Gator is off the 5.
Is it okay?
Well off the 5. I checked on it yesterday.
All right.
Well off the 5 line.
While the concern has been cleared up, communication just like this between the air boss and the performers is crucial to ensure the safety of everyone involved in the show. The air show is due to start at 2:30, and this short break is the calm before the storm for the performers. For Mike and some of the others, this is an opportunity to find a quiet place to go through a pre-flight ritual known as a duck walk.
Most common way is usually putting a headset on with music and doing a duck walk. I don't fly with music, so I do my duck walk without my headset. But I think through and I walk through my whole sequence according to a winds on or a winds off crowd, where I'm going to make my adjustments. But I just walk through the whole sequence. I've got the sequence on a card on my dash, but sometimes when things come up between having it memorized and on the card on the dash, something may happen, or something you'll come out of something a little different. You may have to break off, or you may have to simplify the maneuver and go into the next maneuver. That'll kind of catch you off guard sometimes. You quickly look at your card, reference where you're at, and continue on. But the duck walk kind of relaxes you. It runs you through the whole sequence. It's kind of funny they call it a duck walk because you're usually eyes closed or whatever. You find a little location where nobody else is at and can laugh at you or poke fun at you, and you just walk through your sequence with your eyes closed and just think about it. And you can get in it so deep. I sat in with the Blue Angels once. Last year I had a chance to fly with the Blue Angels in their incredible F-18s. That was the most remarkable flight. And prior to their sequence, they did the same thing, but they're all in chairs and they're all talking. And the lead is with them, and it's the same thing. You sit there and you think about your positioning, you think about the attitude that you pitch up, you do your 4-point roll, or you pitch up and you're doing a spiral up and you're knowing where you're looking out there at that horizon compared to your sighting device and what it's supposed to look like, so that when you get there it's not so confusing. You know, you're kind of in your little realm, kind of in a little peaceful place.
With showtime quickly approaching, Mike begins the long taxi to the performer's parking area directly adjacent to the runway. At the same time, Wayne is making his way to the Airboss Observation Tower, where he'll be directing the performers during the show. Once the air show begins, Wayne takes the airspace from the airport's tower controllers. He'll be directing the performers how and where to taxi and clearing all takeoffs and landings on the field during the air show. With less than 15 minutes before the first performers are set to fly, Mike arrives at the performers' parking area. The warbirds, who are set to perform first, are all in standby position to take off.
Dagger ground, boss. Right now the weather is still well north. It's moving southeastbound at approximately 70 knots. We're trying to go over all of this right now to make a decision.
But Wayne is just receiving news that could halt the entire day's performance. A large weather system is quickly moving toward the airshow site. If it hits, the storm could do significant damage to the performer's aircraft. But if it dissipates or misses the airport, the show could still go on.
Where are we at now? How far out is the weather?
I would guess that it's going to take at least, and I'm just guessing where it's sitting, that's the last picture I had there, probably 45 minutes to get here, I would say.
Okay.
A decision is made to send the aerobatic performers back to their hangars.
I'm going to jump in the planes, taxi back to the hangar right now and get them inside. So unfortunately, we'll see what the storm does. It may wash us out, it may not. We'll just see what happens.
But the warbirds are still sitting on the ramp. The storm isn't here yet, and Wayne may still be able to get the warbirds' performance in and give the crowds who have come out something to see. But if the aircraft make it into the air and the weather suddenly does arrive, Wayne will be faced with the challenge of recovering vintage warbirds in the middle of torrential rain and hail.
I don't know if you want to fly these guys or not fly these guys.
As the air boss, the decision is in Wayne's hands.
All right, all warbirds, listen up.
Next time on the Aviators.
And then there's a thunderstorm on its way in.
The airport is officially closed.
For more information on today's segments, visit www.theaviators.tv. From our official home at the Whitman Regional Airport in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, we'll see you next time on The Aviators.